Hey, it's time to dish with D. That's me. I really think that's funny. Oh, it is 66 this morning. A balmy 66. It's gonna be nice today, folks. When you're freezing one day, you're sweating the next. Gotta love it. Today we are going to have a conversation about lies. Lies. My girl Fly, a subscriber of mine, wanted me to talk about it. I know firsthand about lies. Lies? Lies. I lived, oh, look at the little puppy. Are you waiting for me to go? Well, he's sniffing anyway. He's sniffing my dog from last night because that's Bailey's favorite pole. All right, squirrel. Lies. Lies we tell ourselves, or just lies we tell in general. I mean, let's face it, we lie to ourselves, we lie to everybody else. I know, like, lies we tell ourselves to get us through. I think we lie to ourselves and to others as almost a safety mechanism, or truthfully, I think we actually believe it. That could be it. We're not that big. We don't weigh that much. We know the number, but it's not, I could lose it if I really tried. I love that lie. It's one of my favorite lies. But did I ever try? No. But if I did, I would totally lose it all. It wouldn't be an issue. Or, I don't eat that much. I don't know why I'm this heavy. I think I have a thyroid problem. Do you know how many times I've had my thyroid checked? Just saying. Yep, had my thyroid checked way too many times because that's why I was heavy, because I have a thyroid issue. I have a slow metabolism because of my thyroid issue, which I don't have. Oh yeah. Yes, I retain fluid. I love, that's my favorite one. You're not retaining 150 pounds of fluid. At least I wasn't. The lies we tell. I've said them all, so I really could go on and on. Let me think of a few others. I don't move enough. Yeah, if I moved more, I know I wouldn't be this heavy. I just don't move enough. I don't move enough. Ugh. I have gems, and of course we lie to people because, I'm not, I need to lose about 50 pounds, even though I need to lose 100 pounds, but we just rounded it to 50. Yeah, if I just, stuck to it, if I didn't have this thyroid issue, I'd go once a year to my checkup and pray for a thyroid issue. Because I realized, then I think to myself, well, it wasn't what I was eating. It was something else. I can't control that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you. I've told myself too many lies. And I think it's almost to say, then the separates, you start to believe the lies you tell yourself and you tell others because you've said them so much, they become truth. I have a thyroid problem. No, I don't. I don't know if it's hard to admit that we eat too much. That we overeat. That is a hard one to say out loud. I remember saying, and I said on this channel, if I die because of my weight, it'll be because I couldn't pull myself away from the table. It wasn't because I had a thyroid issue. Some kind of metabolating, can't think of the word, I can't think of the word I'm trying to say. Metabolic, that's the word, problem. And not that I had a problem inside that I couldn't help that caused this. I just like to eat. And the more I ate, the more depressed I became, and the more depressed I became, the more I ate. It's kind of like a vicious cycle. How does one break that cycle? That's a hard one. I don't know if I really can even answer that because it took me a very long time to break that. And I'm still not totally broken. It's kind of, it's definitely severed. Is it severed completely? I'm not sure. There are days I don't know. But yeah, I like to eat. I love to just feed. And I'm one of those weird eaters that likes to taste everything at one bite. Like if I'm having like chicken, mashed potatoes, and corn, I like to have chicken, mashed potatoes, and corn on my fork and in my mouth at the same time. I love the way the food melds together. There's some people that just like to eat their chicken, their mashed potatoes, and their corn. And I was like, I just love the way things, and I just, it's like, and the flavor is almost an addiction like that. And I want more, and I want more, and I want more. And then, like I said, it took me a long time to stop eating till my stomach hurt. Because it was like, oh, that's when you're overeating. Oh, I thought that's when I was just, that was the indication to stop. I mean, like, you lie, of course we all lie to our spouses. I mean, and granted, I get that lie. That's a lie that I can agree with, because your husband doesn't need to know your weight. Because some men are just, I mean, there's some men that are very understanding, and there's some men that just are like, ooh, wow. Like, I don't know. It just depends on, I guess, the man in general. I mean, there's, some men are men, and there's some men that aren't men, and, that's okay. But it's shocking because they don't see you like that, too. I mean, they probably still see you as when they married you, and they don't really then. I remember telling my husband, he's just like, you weighed what? Like, wow. Like, he couldn't fathom that I weighed that much. This was like, a lot of people said that, and I don't know. I saw it. After the fact. During the fact, I didn't see it either. But when I look back on pictures, I could see. Yeah, I could. The size of my neck alone, and then my belly, and that caused a lot of my back issues because of carrying all the weight in the front. Because that's where I carried my weight. My weight was, I'd say, 80% of my stomach. My chest, all like I don't know if you call me an apple, I don't know, but it was all up here. So once I got the majority of the weight off, my back felt so much better. And they tell you that you go there, the orthopedist tells you, and you're just like, yeah, they always blame your weight. And usually live in denial. You live in, there's like, which they do. I mean, and granted, I do think doctors do jump to that. I mean, not for nothing. I mean, yeah, I weighed 270 pounds. I was just, morbidly obese, but my blood work was always really good. So the things I ate weren't really that, I mean, I still liked myself. It doesn't ever change. But really, my blood work, my blood sugar was always good. My cholesterol was always good. For being that much overweight, I had really good blood work up until my liver studies went a little bit wacky because of my fatty liver. That's when things started to go awry. But my cholesterol was still good, and my blood sugar was still good. They always look at you, and that's what they say. Well, you need to lose. I know they don't even look at anything else. All they see is your weight, and I get that. I worked in medicine. I get that, but in some instances, they were right. I mean, like I said, like I did nothing else other than lose weight, and things just got better. My back. I mean, I had my arthritis in my back, in my lower back, 2, 3, and 4. L2, 3, and 4 it was like I was told this is to get back injections, cortisone shots in my back every 3-4 months. Remember, my insurance would pay for them. I was on like a steroid. I was on an anti-inflammatory, which I think is the same thing, and I was on a muscle relaxer. And still, I mean, I wasn't pain-free, but it was manageable pain. Like there's pain and then there's manageable pain, and so it was all right. It was able for me. I could work, I could do things, and not be in crying pain. But now, like I said, I've done nothing. It's not like I've had surgery or I've had something done. Nothing. Just lost weight. And the amazement of how much better that feels. I haven't had an injection in 2 years. I don't take any of the medications at all. Gotta throw them out because they expired. Not even an Advil. Nothing. Because I've taken the pressure off my lower back from my stomach. So I finally had to say, you know what, Denise, your weight was basically, I don't want to use the word killing me. Well, it technically was. But I believed that it was everything else. I have arthritis. So I blamed arthritis instead of blaming my weight. So I lied through that. Like this continually, it's a coping mechanism, I guess is what I'm trying to say. That's how we cope with how we allowed ourselves to be like that for so long. It's hard, and I know it's hard because I live it every day. So I understand every one of you out there who listen to these vlogs, and it's hard. And it's hard to especially when you've been doing it, it becomes routine to eat like that. I just want to say there is help for you out there, and there is, a better way out there without, like, I don't want to feel like when you join that or any way, like I said, any program you choose, don't take it as a punishment for being overweight. Take it as a lifeline to get healthy and to get better and to live longer and to feel better. You will be amazed. I mean, you won't feel it right away, and that's the thing. We want to, lose 10 pounds and feel better. You won't. It's going to take, especially if you have a lot of weight to lose like I did, it took like about, I want to say 70 pounds before I started feeling good in my back and everything. And you will. And you'll be amazed, like, all you do is lose weight. A lot of weight, yes. And the amount of energy you feel, the endurance you have, I'm telling you, I would love just to talk to people, get a group together of people that have lost weight, and to hear their before and after, how they feel. And you will be surprised how just losing weight has made such a difference. It's crazy. If you told me this 3 years ago, you're going to be feeling like $1 million, I'd be like, yeah, right. They always say that. Again, lie to myself, lie my way out of not doing it. Yeah, done that too. I had to quit Weight Watchers because my excuse was my son had a seizure, which he did, and my mother was in the hospital, which she was, but that was the excuse I used for not going, instead of saying I just don't want to do it anymore. Yeah, it was too much stress, between my mom and my son. I just really, and in my world that was the truth, but reality was I just got tired of it, and I just couldn't fit it in. I didn't consider myself important enough to fight for myself. I'd rather sit there and give up and say, you know what, it's just easier just to eat because I can't do this. Yeah, it takes a lot of grit and determination to get through this plan. I'm telling you, I'm not sitting here saying to you, just do it. You'll be fine. No, you have to really fight for yourself. You have to fight through the cravings. You have to fight through, and the cravings are there. You have to fight through them. But you're fighting for a better life. You're fighting to live, is how I looked at it at the end. Because when I finally got to that point, I was in really severe shape, health-wise, with my sleep apnea. It was really bad. So I was legit fighting for my life in a sense. I told you, my pulmonologist said, if you didn't get help and take care of yourself, you'd have been dead in 6 months based on this test. Yeah. My pulse oxygen was going down to 55. I could see I was getting forgetful, not remembering things, and I was trying to hold a job and be the the mom and the wife, and it was failing everywhere because I couldn't keep up with everything. And I was lying to them, saying it was this, it was that. It was my job, I blame my job, and my job, I blame my home. Yeah, it's, you go around about covering your tracks. That's how you get through it. You cover up how bad things are. I'll blame this, I'll blame that. And let me tell you, in the end, most people can see through it. They can. You think you're smarter than everybody else. You're not. I'm gonna sneeze. Okay. Sorry about that. I hate sneezing in the car when I drive. I hate it. Sorry about that. Then I lost my train of thought. I'm gonna end this video anyway, but what I wanted to, like I said, I've told all the lies to everybody I know. So it's total, and let me say, you're totally normal doing it. So I don't want you to think you're abnormal. That's totally normal. What I want to say is, it's time to stop and face the music. Face the fact that you need to make a change. Sometimes most times change is good. Is change easy? No. Change is never easy. But I'm telling you, sitting where I'm sitting, it's totally, squirrel, get out of the street. Totally worth it. And I want to see you a year from now. I want you to tell me, Dee, I watched your lives video and I turned my life around and got serious on my weight loss journey, and here I sit 50 pounds later. I want to hear from people. I do. I want to hear next year the success stories, because if you can sit there, if I can do this, I know you can do this. Just you need to make the commitment, and it's a commitment for a healthy lifestyle. It's not a commitment to be on a diet, and that is the diet mentality never works. That's what helped me, and I know it'll help you. Remember, it's a lifestyle, not a diet. We need to remember that. We need to make lifestyle sustainable changes, and you need to fit in things. Don't be sitting there not having cake. Cake's part of your life. Cake's part of my life. Cookies are part of my life. Do I have them all the time? No. But I do fit them in more often than I did my last venture at WW, because girlfriend loves her cake and her cookies and her sweets. And I knew that had to be part of my life. And I had to find a way to make them point friendly and still delicious. Because if they're not good, I don't care how low in points they are, you're not going to eat them. You're just not. You're not going to eat something just because it's low in points if you're not enjoying it. I've learned that too. It has to be good. And if it's high in points and it's not good, I spit it out because I'm not swallowing points that aren't point worthy. So learn from that. And let me tell you something. You will make wonderful, delicious, nutritious, low point, delicious food that you will be like, wow, this is amazing. Check out my Instagram, see what I'm eating. You will be like amazed at what I eat. Look at I had pancake muffins this morning that were pumpkin pancake muffins for 3 smart points that were amazing. Delicious, nutritious, healthy, filling, satisfying, and absolutely awesome. You know, I don't settle for anything less. Life's too short to settle for anything less. So don't let that deter you. All right, I'm here at work. I'm going to park before I end this video. So if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Let you know when I upload. Remember, YouTube loves to see you interact with our channel. So I love thumbs up. I love comments. I love subscribes. I love bells. I love to talk to you guys. So interact and tell YouTube that Dish with D is the place to be. Oh my God, I'm in a rhyme. It's funny. All right, guys. Later, Gator.